I'm alive. Music loud, wait. There we go. Ah, I'm alive. Why is my mic quieter than usual? Hello? That's weird. What the fuck? I didn't touch it. What have I done? Ah, there we go. No, I'm not. That's a lie. I'm usually quite loud. Why? Huh? I haven't touched it. I was loud last stream. I don't know. What the fuck? Mikrofon. Down to settings. Oh! Whoops. Oh, sorry. That was probably a rip. I humbly apologize. Please forgive. There we go. Am I a bit louder now? I should be a bit louder. Let me know if it's too much. I'm touching stuff. I didn't know what to name the stream, to be honest. Here we are. I'm not quite sure what to expect from this game. But game. Why game not there? What the fuck? It is quite loud. Yes. Oh. Let's see. Inglando. Is the game not full screen? It is just the size of it. I guess so. It's a horror game. But can't believe it. Hi, Ice. It's a love story. Is there no like settings? It's just control preferences. There we go. Just like that. Did you? Oh wait. I mean, I don't have anything, right? I've never played this game.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh, I love narrators.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Crazy. Oh, I can look around, kinda. What? That's not what I want. What?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Oh, okay, I can answer. God, that's a lot of things. Sweetheart. I mean, I did just say, oh, okay.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Thanks.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air
Oh,
is
there's a knife.
stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I take the
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
True. Also, I'm just gonna shrink a bit for the stream so you can see the text. Basement time.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you.
Are
It's
we
all
the
part
heroes?
of the manipulation.
Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
Okay.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No. Oh.
Then drop the knife.
No.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her.
Why don't you
Don't
trust?
you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I'm sorry for my dog, by the way. He's very... I mean, our quest was to kill her, so...
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed.
What if I wanna?
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I agree. Yeah, play the princess, there we go.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Ow.
Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
I mean, I have a knife and she doesn't. Am I not getting voice acting or?
We can still turn this around.
Okay. Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Valid.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yippee! Oh, it's not end. I thought I was, play the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Uh-huh.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Turn around and leave.
We can't just leave. We're supposed to fight her. Where are you going? Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
No. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
Cabin!
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
1 second, I'm still trying. My mic's being really weird. I'm not sure why. Sorry, just give me just a moment. Now I'm quiet again though. There we go. That might be better. And then I just do this. There we go. This is better probably. There we go. No, I saw it was picking up a lot of background noise, so I think I might have fixed it. It's better. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Turn around again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Guys.
But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
I have no clue about this game. Never seen it.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy.
Did we escape the narrator?
What's going on? Where are we?
I told you we shouldn't have come here. I told you. But did you listen? No.
The world around you is unwound. It's physical matter replaced by textured nothingness. It's quiet. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Hands. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Ayo? Resistance. Fingers drag claws around the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. I embrace the nothingness. Urgency. You have a story you need to finish. It is the only way for us to escape this place. Force pushing against your will. No, we cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There's only so much thread in this place. Don't waste it. I am our only salvation. Oh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Back to chapter 1.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Okay, so we can skip what we already seen. Cool. Do you want to answer the same thing? Okay. What if we don't do it? I'm not doing this.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress.
Valid
Seamstresses contribute something of value to society. I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her. Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you. Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
Valid point.
You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
But I'm lazy.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
I already killed her once.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Eek.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Eek.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Reward.
Oh, if only that were the case,
Eek.
but I don't make the rules. I have to say I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it.
Is it
It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
It's better than an egg?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
I want an egg.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but
Guys, am I an
surely
evil
you're not one
person?
of those, right?
Am I an evil person? I'll maybe
I guess we'll just have to see what
maybe.
happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us
Don't worry.
is doomed.
Words go in, out,
So
in
sure,
one ear, out the
go,
other.
talk to her.
Doesn't work to
See how that
on
turns
me.
out for all of us.
I'm too dumb.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Can I go in there and start dancing?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Let's see what we do this time. What if I just do everything the opposite of what both of
The
them say?
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
You just
The
full
air
cap
is
mode.
stale and musty,
No.
and the floor and walls are painted in a fine...
There we go. We just go in. Fuck the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open,
I guess we heard that as
revealing
well.
a staircase faintly illuminated. Her voice softly carries up the
Let me see.
stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
It's okay, just gaslight me into thinking spoilers
Don't let
aren't
it fool
spoilers.
you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
But I have arms. Oh ha 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 ha. Hint. I just want to say hi again.
Don't
It's
be a
fun.
stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors.
Is that
Please,
the same voice?
come downstairs.
It feels different to the first time. I might be going insane to be
You
honest.
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist,
They're into her
binding
soul.
her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused.
I'm
There's a lot
begging.
riding on you here.
Begging you.
Hi.
Do
you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'm focused. She asked me? No.
Okay.
I will say no to everything. Yeah. What are you gonna do if you get up? There we
The
go.
princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
No.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
I was gonna say, what has she been eating, huh?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
What do you mean?
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
It's very relevant, actually.
That's
Thank
hardly
you.
relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating?
Yeah, thank you.
She has to eat, right?
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Yeah, so tell me.
I
Tell me
don't
why.
actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I trust no one. Alright, what's her name? Maybe I should start with that.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
Look, knowing what she eats is important.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Good point. Is your name is Princess?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if
That's
you'd
not
like.
your name. Well, damn it.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Call her Tom? Fucking bad idea. Tom the Princess. Alright, are we gonna get her out? I wanna get her out just to... Yeah,
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
Tom, my beloved.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Tom.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Do you think if I gave her an egg she'd be happy?
Okay, I'll be here.
Wait,
Good
why did I
luck.
listen to... No, I listened to the hero.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Kick.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Egg. Ostrich.
Is someone
egg.
else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Oh,
Your shouts and pleas are met
Me?
with silence.
I'd offer an egg.
You're here to slay the princess,
Kinder eggs
and you
are good.
won't leave until the task is done.
I mean, yeah, but now I don't even have a blade, so...
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Peeled egg.
This
and
would have
peeled
been
egg.
so much easier
Raw peeled
if you'd
egg.
just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Egg.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Egg.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
Tom, what the
It's
fuck?
the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Tom, what the fuck?
Or we could use it to free her.
Ow, about her.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Who the fuck starts biting their own arm? Save the prince.
Fine. Against your better
Ugh.
judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm.
We could just
above
cut the chain,
unyielding
maybe.
chain binding her to this place.
Yuck.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains
Maybe you
follow
could, like,
suit.
Find, you know,
She didn't
screw
so
up the
much as
screw
utter
or
a
something. I don't know.
sound through the whole ordeal. No,
Tom, what the fuck?
she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Why didn't she just do that earlier then?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
I think she's gonna backstab me real
No,
quick.
we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No,
She has feasted.
I can't just let her escape
Home
into
has
the world.
feasted.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
What?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Why do I look like an orc?
Watch me.
Look at my like patchy ass skin.
What are you doing?
I'm like fluffy. I'm like fluffy and patchy. I have claws. I'm like a werewolf. There's a warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
What the fuck are we though? Hello? What is this?
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
She can fix us.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
I mean, you know me for like
Nervously
2
reaches
minutes.
towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
What the fuck are those
What
nails? Look
are
at them.
you
Ching,
doing?
Ching, ching. My cat.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She could have like
She
shot off her
plunges
arm.
it into your chest,
Oh, okay.
tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stabs you
Stay
cutely.
strong.
Hee
We can
sorry.
tough it out until it's
Stabs
done.
you again.
For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and
She's a
again.
girly girl with
You
a girly
feel
secret.
every inch
She
of the
committed
burning
murder.
pain that slices its way into your
Promise
body.
you won't tell.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Stabs you. I'm sorry. Continue
She doesn't
stabbing
know how to
you.
use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Rest in peace. And now we do it again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that, you're here to slay her.
Can I not skip this?
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, I saw it was about 35% stuff. Deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
What?
If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Who the fuck are you?
Our beloved?
Who the fuck?
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the
Voices in my
princess
head.
are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Schizophrenia is getting
We'll
worse.
see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole
Nah,
world
let's
for
do
a peck
exactly
on
what
the
he
cheek.
wants.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Actually, nah, okay, let's continue. Yeah.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her... We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Valid.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Okay, dokie. What if I take the knife and then help her?
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We get to look at ourselves. Yeah, mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
It's a mirror, though.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward
Are we
and
like
rub
fucking
your hand
dragon?
against the
Or
cabin
a
wall.
troll?
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Oh, the mirror just
There
sees
was
the
a mirror
first
a
thing.
second ago.
Or what?
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Feather? What the fuck? We take the
You
blade
take
and then we
the
go
blade
help
from
her,
the
yeah.
table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword.
Real.
That way she'll know we can defend her from
I'm
her
burning.
enemies.
Where the fuck did the
Hopefully
mirror
it
go?
doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us again.
Real.
There's no use arguing over motivations.
Now throw
It's
the knife
good
out of the
that
window.
You took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
No, okay.
The door to the basement creaks
do
open,
loud them.
revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now.
Why are you
but
just
you're taking this
gaslighting
a
me as
little
well?
too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the
Shut up, babe.
manipulation. You walk down the
Oh, she's
stairs and
impressed,
lock
is it?
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
She remembers.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero.
Hello.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Sus.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Oh.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Just rescue her again.
What
Yeah,
are
come
you
on.
talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity?
I can
And
fix
even
her.
if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
I mean, we did it
Don't you
last time.
see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
I can and I will.
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
She's my world.
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Valid.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned.
She gets to
We're
keep her
doomed.
hand.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you
She
in
shall
a
feast
joyful
on me.
embrace. Ugh.
Dinner is
Are you
served.
sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
I don't care.
What do we do now?
Ick. What do you
Let
want?
me
to-
guess.
Yeah.
End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
You choose. I don't know.
Don't actually
yeah.
know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before. I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Maybe. Maybe
I
not.
think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess
She
closes
thinks,
her
guys.
eyes in deep reflection,
That's more than I do.
and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Yeah, you know, let's just leave for now.
That sounds perfect.
Let's go.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade
Yippee.
tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
You're so mean.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Yeah.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Me too. Oh, I have to choose.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober. You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
Happy. Yeah, let's go.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross
Yes,
the
sir.
room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
Yippee!
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep
Real.
into our beloved's eyes.
She's still there. That's all we need.
Cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of
Me.
a princess.
Not the hands. Oh, okay. Bye. I don't get the chance to make that jacket. Something has taken her away and left something else in her place. I muted.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Approach.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
I wanna see myself. Show me. I approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone. The mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that's empty. It's quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Let's go. You are at the cabin. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the space between. Tom.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Back to entity. They're out there, yeah. Give me
I'm
back my
sorry.
Tom.
There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
What the fuck is the
I am
hands?
solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Your mom. I don't know.
I think that you are like me.
Thing.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Egg.
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Valid point.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
Hands.
This one is soft and delicate.
Every artist's
We
nightmare right
molded her
here.
to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Do you know the nerd there?
You are the only
okay.
thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us. Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. Everything, until we meet again. Then we will be here forever, as we are now, unfinished, dry, hollow. If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Ooh, we can wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you,
Abe, no.
but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer
Guys,
bear
I'm gonna
the
be
weight
honest,
of
all
its
these words have
central
gotten me real
cage.
confused.
You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
It just closed. What the fuck? I wasn't expecting it to actually close, I was just expecting it to restart. What the fuck? Okay, cool. Oh, I got the achievement in denial. Thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you so much. I'm actually going to, before I continue, I'm gonna be right back for a moment. Cause I have promised to pick my roommate up. I'll be fast. I'm just gonna drive there and drive back home, okay? I'll leave you guys with some music. There you go. And I'll be right back for more princesses, okay? I'll continue extra time for you guys because of that, okay? Yeah. And I'll just stay there for a moment. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. If you go anywhere, I'll be sad, okay? Then I won't continue for princess. Yeah, had them on me. It's true. I'll return soon. You stay there. Or else. Feel free to change the title or whatever. Meanwhile, you're back. Don't you dare leave. Don't dare. Be right back. I'm back. What happened? I return. And now I shall boot up the game once again. Surely everyone stayed, right? I mean, otherwise I'd commit some crimes. You know what I mean. Sometimes you just gotta commit crimes. Be gay, do crimes. That's my life
You
motto.
have returned to me, though you were gone mere moments.
Oh shit.
I never left your side.
It's mommy. And mommy. She's been with us all this time.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Oh,
You won't.
ow, my ears. Everything goes dark, and you die. Gee, thanks. Oh, we're back to chapter 1. I guess we're supposed to gather as many different versions
You're
of
on
her
a path in the woods,
to her.
and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Okay, yeah. I don't think there's any point to saying all the stuff again. Yeah, let's just silently continue.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Cabin.
You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Collecting princesses like Pokemon? Yeah. I mean, sounds like we're supposed to do all the combinations to do hand mummy stuff.
The interior of the cabin is almost...
Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from...
Let's go into the basement. I'm just checking in.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist,
Oh, wait,
binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She's so mean.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat.
Valid point.
Don't you dare.
I'll drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Yeah.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Flirting. That was a loud clang. Yeah, okay, here we get so.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Thank you. I've been delivered tea. And a sandwich. I was hungry. I
Sooner
can't drink
or
it now, it's
later,
boiling
you
hot.
understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Hi, Stormer.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
But we have the knife.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Or
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
okay, yeah, let's
No,
go.
we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Yeah, I also feel that up
As
there.
the
Like, you
princess
could cut
approaches the
further
bottom
back.
stair, your body steps forward and raises the
Hello,
blade.
welcome.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Do we slay her this time? I think we just slay her this time.
You bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one. But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
No, like,
Thank you.
you do it.
You swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air. But she's ready for it. She grabs your arm, her grip like a stone vice. You drop the blade, pathetically. She lets go,
You have
and
two
faster than
hands.
you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker. There's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now, adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves. You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every
the
impact,
nails,
unknown
though,
ruptures
damn.
blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
Who do you go to? Blake?
You poor thing. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
She places
Oh,
a
so the
confident heel
cursor
on your
has to
chest and
fall
pushes
through.
you down to the ground.
Tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight
Tickle,
form
tickle.
could possibly
Tickle,
possess.
tickle, tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle.
It can't just
Tickle,
end
tickle.
like this, right?
Tickle, tickle,
I'm
tickle.
sorry, but it's
Tickle,
over.
tickle, tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Tickle, tickle. The tower. Oh, it's a different chapter.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin,
Tickle, tickle.
and in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
What voice do
You're
we get
here
now?
to slay her. If you don't, it
Lord of the Rings.
a warning. Before you,
Yeah,
we
I
might
know.
as well just
Oh,
pledge
broken.
ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
Real.
You're being annoying.
You're being rude.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
Kinda
I
want.
agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
Yes, we should.
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible.
No.
So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Okie dokie.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the cabin is
Mirror.
larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Why is it on an
The
altar now?
blade is your implement.
What's
You'll
the
need it
table?
if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't
Tiny.
feel small. We are small.
Mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
Okay, I guess this is the same.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the
Now it's a
cabin
wall.
wall. I hope you know how ridiculous. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left
Damn.
unseen.
Now let's go in
No
with
blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed.
Read.
Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter.
But I like touching the wall. I'm a wall toucher.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall.
Damn.
The smell of incense drifts up from below.
Is she gonna be
For a
giant?
moment, you almost feel at ease.
Is she gonna be a dummy mummy?
This is actually kind of nice.
Is she gonna be a
It's
dummy?
still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Thank you so much for the
Her
bottle.
booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear?
Oh, she
Don't
is
linger
giant.
on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
She's angry and giant.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming.
Oh right, she remembers us.
She
Fuck.
wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed.
I forgot she also remembers.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Let's go. Come on.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and
giant?
exhausting effort, every
Giant
step requiring you
woman.
to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Giant woman?
The
Whoa.
princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Mommy?
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try
This is the moment
and
one.
kill me.
Yeah.
How sweet. And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
Kneel.
Yes, mommy.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does. But why did she say the last time we met? That's not right. That can't be right. She's right. We've been here before.
Mommy.
And we've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her?
Tickle, tickle. Tickle,
Well, be
tickle, tickle.
damned.
Tickle, 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 tickle.
That's
tickle.
not good.
Tickle, tickle.
Okay. First
Tickle,
things
tickle,
first,
tickle.
you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away
Tickle,
and
tickle,
commit
tickle.
yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the
I'm not
situation should be
pessimistic
perfectly
once I
clear
am
to
other
everyone
folks.
now. And if you're going to
You know
save
what
the
I mean.
world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Yeah, pledge.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent? All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I
my-
guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now.
Oh wait, the hands
An
are in
echo.
glass.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
Perhaps.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Happy Wheels all
Rise, my
scream.
little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Okay.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Yes, woman. The hands take her. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It is time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Can I look in the mirror again?
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. I don't want to look at us.
Do we look the same or do we look different? I approached the mirror.
That silence.
The voices feel so... Yeah, we see. Yeah. Do we look the same? Mirror always makes them leave. I think we look the same. Oh no, we've grown. Went long quiet again. We're at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same. I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between. There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Beckett, your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now. If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you. This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for an overwhelming heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Okay, let's go again.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Hands.
We will meet again.
God, this sounds spooky. Here we go again. Now what do we do?
You're on a
Can I choose to not say anything? Let's not take it. Let's just continue.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down.
Yeah, we'll look at the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Okay, yeah.
You're making a huge mistake.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Maybe.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Real.
You attempt to make your way.
Yeah, and the door locks. We return. Alright. The sword up here. Yeah, okay. And now it's Slayer.
Without hesitation,
While she's biting
bring
herself.
the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back.
Is that her back?
The wound drives
is-
her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a
she also
lethal
has
blow,
cool
she
nails.
lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
Cool nails.
Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
Kitty cat.
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though
Slayer.
your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's
Catgirl
back.
versus Catgirl. It's true.
You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees.
Bird hand.
We can still turn this around.
What do... I give up now.
Are you serious?
Yeah. We're bipolar
As
this
what's
run.
left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job. The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room. Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness,
She's a cat.
unblinking and curious as you bleed out. We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside
Golem,
world.
yeah.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
This is the end, isn't it?
Before you can answer, everything goes dark, and you die.
The beast. Oh, we do get the feral mummy.
You're on a path in the woods,
Okay, what voice
and
do we
at
get
the
now?
end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yes, there
You're
might be.
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, let's continue.
A warning. Before she will lie, does a cat
The
lie
haunted.
to a corner
Yeah.
of the house when it plays with its freedom?
Hmm.
Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered.
Hmm.
She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
Let's proceed. What shall the cabin look like this time?
The interior of the cabin is ruinous
Destroyed.
and dilapidated.
Discord kitten.
It feels like no one has lived here for a long time. Wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls.
The mirror.
The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table. The blade is your implement.
Yeah. Let's just go into
No
basement.
steel claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk. I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
Discord old princess. Come on.
The
Is she
door
a
to the
cat now?
basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
I can smell ya.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the
Oh.
damp earth floor of
Hey.
a starlit pit. The walls are obscured
I'm not
by
a
an
furry, but
impenetrable
hear me out.
darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
She's right there. She's right there. Oh.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging
That's a
her
problem.
heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Yes, sir.
You lunge to the side, picking taking a direction on instinct.
Ida?
As you land, you're
Is that
buffeted
you?
by a gust of air disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess.
I think we should name her Ida.
In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her. Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering
She's
out at
looking
you from
forward.
just beyond the basement stairs.
Lick it.
So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
Tickle. Yeah, I think that's
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
At least she's upfront about her intentions.
You battled.
I want to swallow you whole, and I will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
Don't ask her what she wants. Just run for the blade upstairs and slay her with it. Is that all the advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful. She's just a princess. Don't overthink it. She is clearly not. She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else.
Okay, how'd I move?
We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Survive. I don't know what surviving means.
Spinning through the jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
The door's gonna no, fine.
Yes, now's our chance. Quick.
Okay, fine. Let's try.
Right, I agree. We can't do anything without a weapon. We can regroup once we're armed and try to figure out a better plan. Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive.
Real.
As you turn to sprint for the stairs, you feel the air shift. You instinctively glance behind you just in time to see the princess lunge from the shadows, more unhinged and dripping, eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then, isn't it?
Nom nom.
Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip.
She really did eat us whole,
Your
huh?
hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time. The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat. and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do
We have these
something.
nails, might as well use them, right?
We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
I agree. Claw and bite.
Like the cornered animal you are, you tear against the thick membranes of her stomach with every part of you that can be made sharp. Nails, claws, teeth, hands, feet.
How do you
I
make
can
your feet
feel
sharp?
you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it to matter?
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked. Every creature craves freedom. You will too before you die.
The pulling has turned to banging as the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
Nice.
You can't hold me forever.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
I acted on my will, fledgling, and you acted on yours. The strong triumph, and the weak submit or perish.
But will can never truly exceed the limits of the flesh. Your vision finally begins to blur, your eyes clouding over as they melt in their sockets.
Lovely.
What little air remains in this rancid stew of flesh and slippery organs is finally too foul to breathe, and your lungs mercifully give out before you have to suffer another burning, liquefying moment. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, chapter 3! First time we got into chapter 3.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
My mouse is different.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
That's just because she devoured us and we dissolved away. We don't even exist as a body anymore. We're still here, though.
No, we're broken and haunted.
And if we're safe, isn't that better? She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
I guess that's it then. This is us now. We're the woods. Okay.
It'll do nothing.
You can't just passively exist forever. Not with her. That isn't how it works.
Why not?
The princess ate you last time. Stop passively vibing with a literal predator and remember that you're enemies. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
I can feel a thumping. A heartbeat. Like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Okay, what?
No, you can't bury that feeling. You can't hide from your past.
I can and I
The
will.
past doesn't have to exist. Our freedom is within us. We just have to find it.
You fall inward into a network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
We can change to fill them together.
We don't need to be everywhere. We just need to test the boundaries. You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same. What is he going on about? What does he know about us? This is all too much. Why can't we just let her do as she sees fit? She's the one who can handle being vast. It's not for us. It's not for me. You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
You stretch and search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you strain beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you. This place will fall apart before you find its end. This task, whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible. All he has are words, and words aren't real. We're real.
I can hold us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
Of course we do. To the ends of the earth. You won't find anything. If I have to starve you, if I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
But you do find something. It's cold and smooth and gently buckles, then cracks under pressure of your consciousness, flattening against it.
Don't move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this. Right now. I think it's too late for that, mate.
I'm at your side. Shatter it, and free us all.
Shatter the key.
No, stop!
But his please disappear at the sound of breaking glass. For a moment, you and she gaze through the tiniest hole in the world at the place you need to be.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
It's beautiful. We need to be there. We won't be safe until we are. We won't be whole.
And then it's gone.
Where did it go? Why is everything so cold?
But you never get the chance to answer her. You turn to see her gone behind you. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I wanna see us now.
I don't want to look at us.
Yeah, I wanna see. Yeah, let me see. You're withered. Long quiet time. What is that?
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Tickle, tickle.
It will, in time, but you still have a ways to go before we are done. Know that I hold no malice for you. This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for. My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
How many more?
We will know when we near our destination. Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and tells me new secrets.
Okay.
I
At
will
what
be here when it is time for us to meet again.
at what point are we in the like new DLC? Like, is this all original content still? Bring the networked wild to her.
You're on a path in
Yeah, we're here. What if we follow narrator step by step? New paths.
You make your way up the
Okay.
short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess.
Damn, cabin. Let's do exactly what he wants.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be right. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the...
Yeah, I've done that. Now we can.
You lunge
then
forward
we
without
do
a
the
moment's
fight.
hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it?
Funk.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming.
What, she doesn't fight
But
us
I
back?
have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Or did she say this the first time too?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Oh, it's because I didn't
But
doubt.
it's over,
Okay.
isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over? Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Okay.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
I did it. I slayed the
You
princess.
did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good.
I did it.
One of these days that will sink in and help ease your
I've
guilty
done it.
conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Okay.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Just emptiness.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Okay.
So glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just going to stay here forever, right? Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
We're happy.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please,
Happy.
shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voice's pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
I'm happy. Oh, we did it! Yippee!
You have already committed to my completion.
Oh, okay.
You cannot go further astray.
Okay. I guess I'm not happy.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare. How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
Oh, okay.
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's
Please
just
don't take
the
my
same
void
thing,
away.
constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy. If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Thank you for the gift.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Thank you for another one.
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Bye bye. The Spectre. Didn't I have the Spectre before?
You're on a path in the woods.
What do we get now?
You're here to... My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place. Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that.
He
Believe it or not,
cares.
I care about you.
Aww.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying. Just stay focused, will you?
Let's talk about the
Just
princess.
be quick about it.
Yeah.
She just can. You'll have to trust that what I'm saying is true. That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards? Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way round. Yes, maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world. And now we get to go through the whole charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end. But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all. You're going to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, you wouldn't be here. And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. I don't know what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy ending. I promise. Well, that's exactly what we're afraid of. Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you? Oh well, there's no use arguing over your masochism. The cabin awaits.
Oh, they didn't know. I mean, what?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things. Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only
I'm
person
special.
capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course we're special. I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. This is boring. He's clearly not interested in talking, so let's just do as he says, and maybe he'll stop bothering us.
Okay, that's all. Let's go.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop. She won't be a problem.
Abadee-boo-doo.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odour of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been
Do
here
we,
for
do we
a
listen to
long,
her
long
again, or
time.
do we ignore him this time?
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
I'd say we listen to the voice, I guess. I guess we just go down. Let's go. Why, hello? Is he gonna say something?
The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
I mean, normally she talks to us already, so, you know.
As you
Oh,
descend
yep, she's
the final
very...
step, the form of the
Aight.
princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's
She's very
just
dead,
like I
yeah.
told you. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed
Ghost?
by a
Ghost
mischievous
girlfriend?
skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the
Mommy?
head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh.
Ghostbusters.
Wow.
Do-do-do-do-do.
How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Abe, no. That's very
The
illegal.
princess drifts across the room into your orbit,
Don't fuck
gently
corpses.
running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Tickle, tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, tickle. Tickle,
Her
tickle, tickle.
touch is cold
tickle,
and ethereal,
tickle, tickle, tickle.
formless yet real
Tickle,
enough
tickle,
that her
tickle.
icy
Tickle,
fingertips
tickle,
send
tickle.
shivers dancing.
Yeah, then why did you
across your
say hear me
skin.
out, Abe? No, Abe,
So
you
she
wanted to
has a
fuck
body.
the corpse. Shut up.
And she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade.
Either
She
way,
looks fragile
Abe,
enough
no.
to me.
I think it's the cold, right?
Before she can suspect a thing, you lunge forward and grab her arm.
We listen to the cold.
You feel substance for the briefest
Oh.
of moments,
Swoosh.
but then you feel nothing at all, as though all you've done is clutch at empty air.
You're adorable when you're confused.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
Hey, yo, spooky ghost girlfriend.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Um, that one, I guess.
Oh, yeah. You brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind?
Got murder on my mind.
It could
Beth,
have, but
there.
it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer. Especially when that would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
Very, very fair point. However, you know.
So, that's where the hostility comes from. I don't know where you got that idea. Well, Keller, what does it mean for something to end anyway? You ended me, but I'm still right here in front of you, aren't
You know,
I?
fair point
After
actually.
seeing what you've seen,
Spooky.
how can you be sure anything ends?
I
Spooky
see
ghost
her
girlfriend.
point. Everything here is so impermanent, always shifting. The end of one thing just leads to the start of another.
This one.
Oh, come on. I'm floating right in front of
No,
you.
cold
Still
Gober.
here despite your best efforts. You can't pretend that doesn't mess with the whole concept of ending. I already gave you my answer. All I want to do is leave. All I want to do is stop feeling trapped. I couldn't give a damn about the world. I can't even remember what it's like.
I think that's all the answer we're gonna get out of her.
Alright, Cold, what's the plan? I guess we just leave.
And if I knew you were going to murder me without even knowing who I was, I wouldn't have given you the chance.
We all make mistakes.
What a cutie she is. I guess we'll leave her here.
This isn't a solution. Nobody wins here.
I mean, do we ever win?
You're...
Oh, she's upset.
Is she gonna be
isn't
angry?
You're abandoning me here?
Well, you kind of was angry.
It would
at me.
seem so, yes.
Yes, this lips one.
Come to me, you've chosen to do more.
Well, you're all very nice about it, you know. Please
The
go,
princess
you know.
starts to float erratically from side to side, her cold exterior melting away.
Please goes a long way.
What if you just leave me, then I'm really just going to be stuck here forever. Then there's nothing we can do, it's just
What
going
if
to
she
go
is
on,
so pleased?
I'm lonely and sad and hurting and empty.
No, no, not that!
She's about to try something. Get ready.
The
Princess passes through you, a chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face her as she hovers between you and the stairs. Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a
Cool
translucent
stairs.
hand on your chest. It feels cold, but otherwise like nothing at all. Are we doing the right thing? Why do I feel so sad? Don't let her get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that. Her dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
Tickle, tickle.
The tears on her cheeks
Tickle,
vanish.
tickle, tickle.
She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you with fire.
If she has nicely let her out.
I guess you've turned me into something worse.
What a pretty smile you have.
Forces her hand into your chest, and then...
Is she gonna kill me?
Yes?
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Tickle, tickle.
Are you sure about that?
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Something should have
Tickle,
happened.
tickle, tickle.
And yet it
Tickle.
didn't.
Tickle, tickle,
We're
tickle.
fine.
Tickle, tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle, tickle. We stare at her and we keep tickling her.
You can't
Tickle,
be
tickle.
sure if you first hear
Tickle,
or
tickle, tickle,
feel
tickle.
what happens next,
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
but it
Tickle,
is
tickle,
over
tickle.
before you can fully conceptualize what it
Tickle, tickle.
is.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Horrific splintering, the squelching of organs,
Tickle,
the
tickle.
rending of tissue, an icy, numbing
Tickle,
pain.
tickle, tickle. Beautiful
I'm
tickles.
done
Oh,
past you.
beautiful
The
smile.
next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you don't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now.
I can give you tickles.
Pity we don't have a weapon. Your last moments are spent a helpless witness
Aw.
as she
Tickle,
rips
tickle.
her hand from your chest,
Tickle,
holding
tickle.
your still beating heart in her clenched fist. But that's ours.
See you soon, killer.
She crushes it, blood and ruined
Tickle, tickle.
vascular tissue leaking from
I love
between
tickling.
her fingers, dribbling
Tickle, tickle.
unceremoniously to the floor. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, we got a shattered free on this one too. Oh wait, is she gonna be in like a herbal or
You're
something?
on a path in the wood.
Okay.
Shit. This really doesn't end, does it?
Paranoid.
It doesn't
Fuck
matter
yeah.
if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us,
Paranoia.
it just goes on and on and on.
We love paranoia.
And on and on. Yes, so it does. No, there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be. Does there have to be a way out?
Big stretch.
For all we know, this is just how things are. No, I can't accept that. I know she just killed us, but what if we free her? What if we help her leave? We haven't tried that yet. That does sound like it could be interesting. Or at
Fine,
least
I'll do it.
different. I don't think we can stop her if that's what she wants to do. She ripped our heart out. Who's to say
True.
she can't go ahead and steal our body and
Paranoid
make us
does
do
have
whatever
a
she wants?
valid point.
Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her and all about the threat she poses to the world. Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends and everyone ends with it, yourself included.
Forget
almost
Dixie, I
there,
can make
are
her
we?
worse.
And why should we be afraid of anything? We've already died twice. Doesn't mean much to us anymore. All
Really?
death has done is shunt us back to these woods where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and again. This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore.
Really?
That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end.
It looks the same, yeah, okay. Right.
Influence? I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and
No.
do your job, alright?
Never! No, we know what that ends in. Let's
You
not do
continue
that.
down the path towards the cabin.
Real narrator started slipping.
It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do.
You give her a big fat
I don't
kiss.
like any of our options here. It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. There must be something we're missing. Something that would make everything make sense. Maybe letting her out really is the answer.
See, all voices agree.
Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Real.
The interior
Whoa.
of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... That's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
No blade. And how does he know there's a
What do you
prison
mean
blade?
there isn't a mirror? There's a mirror, plain as day at the end of the hall. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Nothing really matters. Let's approach the
You
mirror.
slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. Oh, do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now.
Paranoia moment. Why does the narrator just kind of randomly break sometimes?
This is it. The mirror's going to go away, and she's going to startle us. We better brace ourselves.
I'm ready.
Reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Okay.
Well, that was a close one. All that stress and build
Maybe
up
it
for
is, I don't know.
nothing.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess,
Ghost girlfriend?
constricts. Your bones snap.
Ow!
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her
Oh, it
grin
is October.
carved
Yeah, let's go.
jagged from ear to ear,
Can you do the
crowded
dance?
with far too many long and
Cookie
crooked
scary
teeth.
skeletons.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. But you decided it would be best to try and bury me all over again. You're not getting another chance to mess this up. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
I don't think that's gonna work.
And you
Ow.
get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
Okay, maybe letting her in isn't the best idea. She clearly
Yeah.
hates us. And what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is a way out, and it's different. We might as well take it. Yeah, but not like this. She's going to make it hurt. Then turn off the part of you that feels things. Oh, like it's that easy? It is. Pain is just another sensation. If you can tolerate joy, you can tolerate pain. Except that pain hurts. Yes, that's what it does. That's the definition.
Fivehead.
Do we need to explain to you why pain is bad? You need to explain to yourself why it isn't.
Oh yeah, it's fine. I came to free you.
Great. See you in a jiffy.
Yeah. It was great. Take
You
my
remain
body,
pinned
mommy.
to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
Nah, she looks about right to me.
Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head?
Manifest a rock. I mean, I
And
guess
crush
anything
you
we
along
believe
with her?
happens.
Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too.
Yeah, I don't know, but she keeps booping all of them.
Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine.
I mean, I'm not
This
complaining.
is
I mean, you know.
What am I talking about? This isn't fine. It was better when she was a normal ghost. It is fine. Everything is always fine. These consequences have no real impact on us outside of momentary
Kitty
discomfort.
bones. They're
I'm
real.
sure we'll be
Confirmed.
moving on again soon enough. Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
I accept death. Okay, never mind. Guess we're getting
You're
up.
awake. Eyes
morning.
once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
Get
So
up!
cramped in here.
Get up.
Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Ow.
I'd beg you to resist, but you've already surrendered your will to her, haven't
Yes,
you?
sir. Mother.
You're the puppet master here. If this is the only way we could cut ourselves free from you, so be it. It's a new experience. You should try being possessed sometime. There's nothing else like it. Your body
Ow.
inches along the corridor, every step more difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding ceaselessly.
She's not very smart
as if
shattering
they're
her bones if she
fragmenting,
wants
then
her body
reforming, then
afterwards.
snapping all
You know?
over again as you make your way towards the outside world. But despite the anguish, it doesn't
Crunch.
feel like the exit to the cabin is getting any closer. If anything, it's getting further away.
Crunch, crunch.
Please, just let her out. It's pointless, isn't it? I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met. No,
Crunch.
screw that. The hallway gets even longer.
Bruh.
It really is, isn't it?
This feels like the Warhammer works.
Isn't
If you
saying
believe
all
it,
of this his
it's
job?
true.
Oh, he really is, isn't he?
Oh, we can
I
kill
had a
the
feeling
narrator.
you could deal with
Yippee!
him for us.
Haha.
This is it
Dead
then.
narrator.
The big moment. Finally, we'll get to see what's really out there.
But as you step outside the bounds of the cabin, you feel another violent tear. A rending that cuts all the way down to your soul. You are once again separated from everything that had nestled in the deep crevices of your body. From everything that isn't you. Moment?
We're us again. How interesting. Everything is gone. Except her.
And the hands take her once again. Goodbye. But you don't answer her before she's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone.
Uh,
And there's
I
that.
mean, yep. I wanna look at ourselves again.
It's called Ignore the Cowards.
Yep. Let's see what we look like this time. This time, you're unraveled. I don't even know what that means, but yeah, okay. Sure. Long quiet time. What does she have to say this time? She looks pretty
Do
cool.
you know what we'll find out there?
This looks like a Dark Souls final boss esque, like a cool ass necromancer thing. I don't know, it looks sick. Looks very
This
cool.
one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others.
This looks
So
really
she
neat,
found it in
actually.
herself. She will make for a driven heart.
Super cool.
Do not mourn her.
I like her,
She
actually.
isn't alone anymore.
She even opens the mouth for her, that's pretty. Yeah, this one.
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist on its own. and because of that, nothing can't exist. There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last. If I did, I would already be awake. No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond? I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
We're gonna actually kill the narrator or this person, or
One.
Oh, one more.
Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
Cool.
And then gravity will pull the others back to me.
Cool.
I will be singular.
Alright, what are we doing for the
final
last run,
multitude.
fellas? What's the last run, huh?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn. The next time I see you, each of us will finally
Tommy's a
meet the
very
line.
valid response, yeah.
I will be
We could
here,
White Knight again.
waiting for you.
However, before the last run, I shall go on a piss break. Crazy, right? I know.
You're on a path
let me
in
pause
the
that.
woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the
The big
basement
suck.
of that cabin is a princess.
Let me just go back. This time. Ah, you probably need a new princess, that's right. God, why is my text so large? Here we go. There we go. I'll be right back. You guys discuss. Don't give me like detail, just give me like a general idea. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Be right back, real quick. I have returned. Locking princess in the basement? What are we doing? Okay, what's happening? Have you guys
You're here.
Okay, hit me up. You guys get to chat and decide the final route. Hit me out. What the fuck you want? And I'm going to the bathroom just to come back and instantly drink more water. The cycle never ends. I need me a narrator. Okay, I guess I hydrate again. Thanks.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty,
Give her
and
the
the
look.
floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
I
The
know
only
the
furniture
look.
of note
I don't remember what
is
I
a
was like.
plain wooden table. Perched on
How do
that
you lock her in the
table
basement?
is a pristine blade.
Can I just take the knife and then leave? Take the knife.
You take the blade from the table.
Now we go down, down, down in the merry-go-round. I don't remember. I remember there was an option to just turn around, but he probably locks you in then. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Yes, sir. Cedar away. Okay, yeah. No way.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Okay, yeah.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it.
So,
Don't you dare.
does it matter if I drop the knife or not then?
It's fine.
Does this matter? To talk, maybe? Okay.
The blade
I remember
tumbles out
seeing an
from
option to
trembling
leave, but I don't
hands
remember how I got
and
it.
drops to the floor with an unceremonious clap.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Maybe now we
Yeah,
can
maybe we can
just
talk.
talk.
Can I leave now? And let's just ask her a
Too
question, I
long.
guess. Yeah, she's been down there for a while.
Note
Okay, yeah, we talked enough, I
Oh.
guess.
Have you decided what to do with me?
Can we leave now?
you know why you're here.
Look at her, those eyes. He's pleading. There we go. Now we lock her away.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Good compromise, yeah.
Leaving her alive is too
Go.
risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
I mean, if she knew a way out, she would have found one out, right?
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Hmm.
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that
Everyone
decision.
looks like that. Nah,
You have to make a choice.
I'm a wuss.
Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one. I know
Let's
you
keep her
think this
down.
is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
Everyone wins here.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can
I
make
believe-
this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
Or we're just gonna stare at her for
You
years.
turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
I mean,
Either
she
way,
did slip
dropped
that one
her
time.
mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job. You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with a heavy wooden table.
Oh, we left
that
the
once
dagger
held
down
the
here,
blade.
didn't we? That might have been a mistake.
Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door.
Oh yeah, I guess she did nibble her hand
Isn't
as
long
well that
before
one
you
time.
start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. But it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
Bonk. Bonk.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
My cursor has a dagger in now.
No,
That
it doesn't.
Shank. Let's just go to bed, I guess.
Ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just
Bonk.
don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin.
Yeah, why don't we go outside
The
the door?
ruckus has stopped,
Or is the outside gone
and the
again?
door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of
she's-
that awful basement.
Why is she like a broken
You
camera?
try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess
Or
draws near,
projector.
it's as though your body simply
Hello,
stops
Girly
working.
pop.
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves.
She's our sleep paralysis
First your
demon.
toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything. but
paralysis demon
witness
rot.
her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
SP
Or maybe
paralysis.
I can't
SP
take my time with you.
SPDP.
You
Sleep
don't look
sleep
well.
paralysis
A little
demon
green around
princess.
the gills.
SPD.
What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
1,
I'd say better luck
2,
next time. But we
3,
both know this is the
4,
end, don't we?
6.
It can't be.
It's 6 seconds.
This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Nightmare! Nightmare, nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods.
Nightmare.
And you're here to sleep.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, let's go meet our nightmare, baby. Or it's
Warning. Before she will lie.
Oh, what
I don't
voice do we
think
get?
Lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. It doesn't matter.
paranoid.
Don't trust.
I guess we got
anyone.
paranoid at the third thing, not the second. So now we got paranoid. That's interesting. Okay.
The interior of the cabin is plain. The smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of
Crazy.
note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
It's very
The blade
dark.
is your implement, You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door?
Reed, where's the door?
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
This is fine.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The
Tickle.
princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done.
Tickle.
So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it. We should have taken the knife again. I don't think she's going to take an olive branch. We need something sharper.
Totally paranoia.
You cross over the
Damn, those are some
threshold
cool planks.
onto a series
Stairs.
of isolated steps, suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes.
Ooh, there's eyeballs.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I didn't think you'd come back.
Oh, fuck.
We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
I can step off into the void. I'm doing it.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the
Not
pitch
working.
black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
Void.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions.
I'm stuck
left
in the
and
void.
right. She could be anywhere,
With nothing
and there's
but a
nowhere for us to
ghost
hide.
girlfriend.
We're completely exposed.
I wish to
Are
stay
you really
here.
not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement.
It's a normal basement, yeah.
We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
I do. I mean, I don't.
Please
but
stop
it's
saying
normal
that.
basement.
You're only going to make
See
things
the
worse.
eyeballs?
Just pick a direction
Tickle,
and
tickle.
start moving.
Tickle.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you.
Tickle.
It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go,
Tickle.
I'm going to find you.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, true, we haven't, but let's do nothing.
You decide it's best to do nothing.
There you are.
Why
I
you look so
told you
weird?
I was going to find you.
Hi, tickle.
As the princess approaches,
Ooh,
your
tickle,
legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow.
tickle.
This is it, isn't it?
Tickle.
No little knife this time. It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
Tickle.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Tickle.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Nerves.
Boop.
What are you doing?
Boop.
I'm
Tickle.
working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want? Or do you
Really?
want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure.
1, 2,
Heart,
3.
lungs, liver. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Liver,
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
heart, lungs,
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
nerves. She isn't attacking us. Lungs. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Nerves. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. Doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, nerves. Heart,
Oh, you live together.
liver, nerves.
Wrong.
Heart,
Hmm.
lungs, liver, heart.
Let's live together
What? No!
with our wife.
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
Nerves. No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving, and, Do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster? Shit.
Huh?
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
liver,
With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
Nerves, heart,
Come along now. You don't want to be stuck down here.
nerves, heart, lungs. The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow. If only you had a weapon, this would be the perfect opportunity to use it. But we don't. We've already made our choice. We can still grab it on the way out.
Oh.
You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive. Right. Heart, lungs,
Liver.
nerves, heart.
Guys, do we backstab her or do we
Step
follow
onto
her?
the
I think
basement
we follow her.
stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Pins and needles punctuate your every step, an uncomfortable and constant reminder of your mortality. Is this really worth it?
Lungs.
At least it's a choice.
Nerves.
That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible. Nerves, heart,
Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall.
nerves, heart. As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you. There is nothing.
Jump into the void.
The princess reaches the top of the stairs and taps on the door. Her head twists back in your direction, watching you with dead eyes as the way out creaks open. Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side. You can still make this right. You can still save everyone. You can still save yourself from becoming her tormented pet. There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does is give us more options, and
I do want to trust Paranoid because he's the one keeping us alive, but also waifu.
Have you considered that maybe you could operate the autonomic nervous system for a bit? Everyone is trying to manipulate us, and I can only do so many things at once to keep us alive. Heart. Liver? Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin. No, no, no! You're doing it all wrong! You're supposed to do it like this. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, I guess I have to do everything around here, don't I? Heart, lungs, liver.
There we go. Back with me where you belong. I thought you might have decided to break yourself just to spite me. It's better for you that you didn't. Now we can get back to business. For starters, we won't need this where we're going.
Oh, she's throwing away the
The
knife.
princess plucks the blade from
Oh.
the floor
Yeet.
and tosses it through the door behind you.
Adios.
It vanishes into the inky
Well,
black
there
of
goes
the
that
basement,
option.
never to be seen again.
Oh
Guess
no,
we're
I
not
get to
stabbing
keep
her
my
in the
waifu.
back. I guess not.
Waifu.
I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather not be sober.
And now you open the door.
There's nothing else for us to do.
Yes, my waifu.
The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cabin. You bastard. You've actually died. You've actually doomed
Heart, lungs.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it.
Oh, this is the first time I get to
It's
watch
so
her.
cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
The princess, exhausted, slumps to the ground.
Why is it so cold?
And she gets taken by the hands. Goodbye. Our waifu. Memory
She's gone.
returns.
Is that a...
Let's look at it again.
It's calling us.
What are we? You are nothing. Oh! Actual bird. You can't be nothing. Refocus and you see a figure. Faint, veiled in shadow. Looks like my cursor. Or you me?
I think you know what I am.
Is the narrator a bird? A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Birdman!
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
God. Oh shit, we have limited questions. Fuck.
I am an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore. Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial.
Bird.
I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant.
Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you.
For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works.
Thank you so much
Who's
for
to
the
say which
follows.
of them are right and which of them are wrong, really?
What were you
Except
doing?
for me, I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
The narrator is always right. Oh shit, another short. Thank you, thank you. There we go, now I can talk. How was your stream? I hope your stream was good. And thank you again for the raid, thank you. What do we ask him? Shit, I have like 3 questions left probably. I'm liking it, yeah. Also my first time. I've heard of it, but I've never touched it or seen it.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
All good. Take your time. Go stretch your legs, get some drink, go to the bathroom. Thank you so much again. Limited questions, what to ask? What is my turn then?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Hey. What?
If you actually knew what she was from the start, if you knew her capabilities, a single intrusive thought could have instantly
The
ended
intrusive
the
thoughts
entire
could have won.
world.
Shit. Guess I'm a gold. That's weird.
It doesn't. As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore.
3 more questions. Shit.
Are you asking me to spend my final moments psychoanalyzing you? She wound up a princess because you wanted her to be a princess. As to why, maybe she needed to be beautiful, important, above you, but on a level you could still approach.
She was definitely above me in one of
A herald
those.
of things to come.
You know,
I don't know. Gods are supposed to be beyond comprehension. I really shouldn't try and anthropomorphize you like this.
Uh-oh.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
Ooh, side with bird or side with princess? Hmm? Would lie? Okay, would lie.
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
He is close as his eye. Feel yourself in newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the lone quiet. Okay. See to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Hands.
I can
That's a lot of them.
finally see you. and you can finally see me. It's
Hello.
been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly. Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Alright, Bubbly, have a good one.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Shit, that's a lot of options. Oh. Do we kill her now? Can we even kill her? Can we even? Interesting thoughts are winning.
Violence has always been our language, hasn't it? If this is what it takes to save him, then so be it.
Fear is what pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing.
Music is fucking, it fucking slaps. I'm confused.
Have you? Or is what you think of as independence merely an illusion? Without me, you can have no contrast. And without contrast, you have no shape.
Is it the next one? Oh, it's the next one.
The spirit. With violence you stranded me. And with violence I sought to twist your flesh back into mine. You did not resist my violence, but it overcame you. Did you understand the flesh wasn't you? Or did you choose to gift yourself to someone who thought she hated you? To fear me is to fear losing the flesh. The flesh
spent away from me is still time spent in reference to me. Even then, both of us are more than our bodies. Am I not in the trees? Am I not in the cabin? Am I not in you?
In me? Ayo?
A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. Where did you end and I begin? When you felt what it was to be me, we held on to each other and pierced the veil of truth. Will you abandon that curiosity now that we are no longer joined in physicality?
You place far too much trust into the ravings of a fearful and ignorant soul
This
who
music
overstepped
goes so
his
hard, man.
bounds. You are nothing, a black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts, a dog blind to its leash. But there is no light without the dark. When I proclaimed my godhood and
Bummy.
offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new creation.
It's the only one.
Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into being. Intent is nothing. Wisdom is everything. I turned the wheel because suffering is a falsehood, a delusion. It is up to the world to free itself of it. Would you plunge yourself into a cold and empty eternity on faith alone? Would you destroy the only other thing like you to save a world you've never seen?
Your lover tries to sink into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
And if I need to spend all of eternity to stop you, then I will gladly do so.
As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. The respite is welcome.
Are you still committed to my destruction, or has your resolve started to waver? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. You cannot remove something without removing the relations which define it. To destroy what you perceive as evil is to damn everything you perceive as good. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Sorry, mommy.
Then try to destroy me if you can. But I will not yield easily to your delusion.
You don't have to face her alone.
He's with us.
I don't think that's wrong, but I'm not sure it's right either. But we can worry about all that later. You'll never be able to strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? Then let's go.
Oh.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Come on, Nero. Yeah.
The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows.
Oh, wait.
There's no mirror, either.
He's outside both
I
of
think you
them.
broke it.
I just saw.
And I know I've already mentioned it, but if we want to see this through, we're going to need that blade.
Yes, sir.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated. Even after you decided to see his plans through, I guess you can like the idea and hate the man. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
It's almost over, isn't it? That's okay. Let's just talk, the two of us, one more time, before you kill me.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us.
I'll answer in a moment, sorry. I'm
And
invested.
down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
You're really going to do it
Oh, she's
then,
ultimate shade.
aren't you? You're really going to kill me. You don't have to. You know that, right? But if that's what you want, we might as well talk a bit first. I wouldn't mind a few extra minutes.
Hero is insane thing, goddammit. Fine.
I don't think I want that either. I don't feel the same. I feel smaller. Then maybe you don't have to kill me. Maybe there never even has to be an ending. I'm able to do the things you believe me to be able to do. So make me put it all back. Help me fix the Echo's construct and make us both forget. Help me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up, before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
If you can believe this helps them, then it will help them, right? I don't want to forget you either. But unless we do this, you'll have to choose, right now, between me and everyone else. And when we do, we'll make the same choice. We'll choose to forget, and we'll reset everything, again. Maybe we have done all of this before. Maybe we're supposed to do this forever. None of that will happen, because you'll still be you, and I'll still be me. I know because it doesn't matter how many times we've hurt each other. I've never stopped caring about you. And if you feel the same, then everything is going to be okay. I think you brought that knife down here for a reason. It has to be a part of how this ends.
You have to choose now. Fuck. Oh, I don't want to choose. It pains me. I was trying to stall. Fuck. She's convinced me. God damn it. There are no wrong choices. Everything's the wrong choice. God damn it. Shit. Like in their thing. You know, we haven't seen anyone outside. We only met her, so why would we choose anyone outside? But also, she's been kind of an ass as well. Shit. Oh. This could also just be her tricking us, you know. But the bird could also. Fuck. Pain. Nah, I'm committed. We're gonna kill her, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too. So this is what it feels like to actually die.
I'm sorry.
I think this is for the best.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what the world would be like without me. But it can't be that bad if it still has you in it.
I'm sorry.
I've always loved you. Don't forget me.
I'm sorry. You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the border of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged, and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on. I'm sorry.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back. Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
I swear to God, if there's no world outside, you leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. There better be a fucking world outside now. And you leave the cabin itself. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas. There's even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor. A world free from death. Please show me the world. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in your limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings, spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the grasp, the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. But it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Okay, let's look at the kingdom, please. Something good. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. God! Is that the sun? And then the shattering. You are free. And before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality. One forged by your will. And by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. Is this the end? But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here. This is nice. No more hunting.
Oh.
No more running. Just us.
Are all the voices here now?
And whatever's out there. The whispering and the coercion and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
That wasn't very hard at all.
Are all the voices happy?
Speak for yourself.
I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable.
Alright, I guess he's upset because I
Well
killed her.
I guess the only thing left to do is figure out what happens next.
Achievement, slay the princess. I did the game. I've done it. I've done the thing. The voices in your head. They really are just the voices in my head. That was good shit. Doesn't that feel good? No. I don't feel good. It's tempting, to be honest. Maybe I should play more. Did I even do anything of the DLC or no? Or do I have to do one loop to be able to access it? I have no clue. I don't think any ending will feel good. Okay, yeah, fair. Oh, that's how I feel. No new content then. I mean, music was fucking banger, to be honest.